Hello friends, welcome again to the Ames Free Library's Storytime Online. Today I'll be presenting our family Storytime, which is our usual Thursday morning Storytime group. And it also fits for our Monday all ages Storytime. So welcome to our regular Thursday and Monday Storytimers. Welcome to everybody who's new. If you've participated in our Storytimes here in the library before, this will look pretty familiar, I think, to a lot of you. And if it's your first time, then welcome. You'll probably see if you join us again, either in-house or on film here, you will see that we do a lot of repetition week to week, so you'll start to pick up on some of these rhymes and songs that we're going to do too. I'm really going to be focusing on the songs and rhymes. There's not actually a lot of reading that we're going to be able to do on film today, so you can supplement that with books from home or books that you find online. If you are watching this through our website, then the link where you clicked to get to our video here, you're going to find a whole bunch of resources next to that link, and that will take you to some great places where you can find ebooks, e-picture books, where you can click through. Sometimes, depending on where you click, some of them will read the book to you, some of them will give you a book that you can follow along with or that you can do yourself. You click and flip the pages at your own pace. So there are tons and tons of options. I'm sure you've seen a lot of them already. Tons of options for finding books, finding stories online, even finding some story times where other people are reading to you. So lots of options. So you can supplement what I'm doing here today with those books online, or just grab some of your favorite books from home, read them again. Never hurts. Like I said, we do a lot of repetition here. Never hurts to read that same book again. So we're going to be pretty short actually here today. Expect maybe just 10 or 12 minutes of programming here. That's pretty much it. Grown-ups, while I'm doing this, it's a lot of fun if you'll participate along with your little ones. Hopefully what I do today will entertain them, but it's going to mean a whole lot more if you join in with them. Also, like I said, we do all this repetition. You might catch on and remember the words to the rhymes, although those kids are probably going to soak them right up and remember all the words too. So here we go. Let's get started. Just like our usual Thursday group, we're going to start with our little song, If You Like to Read a Book. We're going to be using the sign for book. So this is our little baby sign, just like you've got a closed book here. Open it right up. There's our book. I am not going to stand up for this because my head would get cut off right off the top of your screen. So you guys at home, I'm going to give you a minute here. Stand right up, stretch yourselves out, stretch, reach up to the sky, get yourself ready, wiggle it out. If you don't know this song already, you're going to catch on pretty quick. Here we go. If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. If you'd like to read a book, listen up and take a look. If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. I'll bet you can guess what's coming next, so get those little feet ready. We're gonna stomp. If you'd like to read a book, stomp your feet. If you'd like to read a book, stomp your feet. If you'd like to read a book, listen up and take a look. If you'd like to read a book, stomp your feet. Okay, this is where you can get some of those wiggles out for sure. If you're all stretched and limbered up and ready, you can even crouch down in a ball and then give yourself a big jump. If you'd like to read a book, shout hooray, hooray! If you'd like to read a book, shout hooray, hooray! If you'd like to read a book, listen up and take a look. If you'd like to read a book, shout hooray, hooray! All right. Hopefully you guys are in the mindset for some literacy and story related things. While you're still standing up, let's get us stretched out. We like to do these exercises so we can sit for the rest of our stories. I want you guys to stretch super tall. In the library, we have really high ceilings. I bet you guys can't reach them, but maybe at home, you're gonna grow a little bit every week, right? So maybe you can stretch, see how high you can get. Maybe next week you'll stretch even higher. Give it a try. So let's stretch up big and tall. You're gonna stretch your arms out, and we're gonna stretch. You're gonna make yourself a little mountain like we like to do at the library. Plant those feet down on the ground, make a mountain right up over your head. Like I said, I can't stretch too high or I go out of your screen, but you can stretch those arms right up, and then you can let your mountain just kind of wiggle down to the ground, and you can go ahead and have a seat for the rest of what we're gonna do. All right, so that's our start. That's how we like to get story time going. I am going to share a couple of books with you today. You won't be able to read the whole things, but I'm just going to share them with you. I'm going to start with, if you've been to Storytime here at the library, you know I like to do a nonfiction book. What we call nonfiction are the fact books, so some fun stuff. And I'm going to share books about oceans today. We've got books about ocean creatures and animals, things that live in. So this one is a fact book. These are some great, I've got a whole bunch of great preschool level nonfiction books. So don't overlook those when you're coming to find some things for your kiddos in the library. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So Oceans, this big beautiful wave cresting on the cover here. This is Oceans by Nadia Higgins. This is also a lovely ocean related thing. We've got our beautiful shell here on the cover. Ooh, and a jellyfish, those little blobs that go bloop, bloop, bloop as they swim through the ocean. Oceans. On the surface, ocean waves sparkle and crash, but animals swim below. So we see the waves on top, but there's this whole world we don't see under the ocean. There are all these fishes down there. There's even plants that grow on the ocean. In some parts of the ocean, we get sunlight that comes through. And this is one of the coolest parts of this book. Below the ocean, the floor is like land. It can be flat, it can have mountains, or it can have caves. I think this is so cool. These guys are down there exploring caves. We've got a couple of scuba divers here in this picture, and they're checking out the caves. Just like if you were climbing a mountain, you'd go in and explore a cave. These guys are just swimming around. They thought they'd come and check this out. So I bet there are some animals down there. There are fish. The bigger fish eat the little ones. That's the way it works in the world. Oh, there are some big, beautiful creatures like the sea turtle. I love these guys. They've got their big flippers, kind of like penguins. I know we've talked about penguins. We love penguins at Storytime. Well, these guys have flippers like penguins, and so they don't use them to fly. They swim right through the water with those flippers. It's pretty cool. Oh, there are also big guys like this shark. This is a funny little picture. You've got his tail, his big old tail right in your face there. That's kind of cool. Or, bigger than the shark, the whale. This is a great big humpback whale. He's coming up for air. Unlike sharks, who can breathe under the water, the whales have to come up and get their air on the surface. And there he goes, diving right back down. So, it's a little preview of some of the ocean animals that we find when you go exploring in the depths. So there's one other story I'm going to share with you real quick today. I'm the biggest thing in the ocean. Now this one's kind of fun. He is, well, we'll find out what he is in just a minute here. He's going to tell us on the first page. I'm the Biggest Thing in the Ocean by Kevin Sherry. I am a giant squid. Check out this guy. He's so big. Just his face takes up that whole page. You can see all his tentacles coming around. And I am big. I am bigger than these shrimp. Look at this guy. He's still big. He's got a big pointy head over here. I think he's pretty funny looking. Bigger than these clams. Oh, and bigger than this crab. I bet you guys have seen crabs scuttling out on the beach in the summer. They pinch with their little claws. I would not want to get caught next to that guy. Ooh, there's another jellyfish. We saw jellyfish in that last book, didn't we? There's even an octopus. Giant squid is bigger than all of them. I am bigger than this fish, and this fish, and this fish, and that fish. He is so big. I'm the biggest thing in the ocean. Have you guys ever seen a giant squid? They're really long, but I don't know that they're the biggest thing in the ocean. I think that whale disagrees. He's got a big mouth just as big as that squid. And, uh-oh, poor squid. Here he is kicking around in that whale's belly. But hey, I'm the biggest thing in this whale. So, there's always someone bigger than you out there. All right. That is the only book I'm going to be able to share with you guys today, but there are some other books you guys might love when you can come on back, or you might even be able to find versions of these online. Like I said, if you're looking through our website, click on some of those links, and you might be able to find some of these picture books. Steve, the Terror of the Seas. He is an adorable little striped fish here, but everyone runs away. Well, they swim away when he comes close, so you might have to read this and find out what makes him quite so scary, that they all have to run away. And then, of course, there is Swallow the Leader, which is great because it's a counting book. This one has a lot of fun numbers in it. Count along. You've got 5 fish. You've got 6 fish. But something happens, and then we get to a point where there's one less fish on every page. So maybe by the title you might guess what happens. Swallow the leader. That's a fun one to check out. Or, of course, the tickly octopus. There's really not a lot to say about the tickly octopus. He has 8 arms. I don't know if you guys like tickles at home. Most kids do. But, yeah. Imagine you get tickled by 2 hands from some of your grown-ups, right? Imagine if they had 8. That's pretty tickly. All right, but that's not quite the end of story time, because one thing we love to do in the middle of story time is I'm going to roll my special rhyme die. We're going to roll the die, we're going to pick a number, and we're going to sing our song depending on what we get, right? So let's have a look. I don't know if you guys can see it there. I rolled a 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dots on here. I think you guys can do this, right? Show me 5 fingers. Okay, I can't see your fingers, but you can see mine. So hold up those 5 fingers. Let's give them a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we've established. We've got our 5 wiggling here. Let's see what we have back here on our rhyme list. So again, if you've done story time with us on Thursday before, you know that we roll our die. That tells us what song we're going to sing today. But if you're new to us, these are songs that I think probably most of you know. If not, like I said, listen along and you'll learn them pretty quick. So on my list, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to stop at number 5. Here's our number 5. Maybe at home you guys can trace a great big number 5 in the air. Make that number 5. And I see a frog. Frog starts with our letter. You guys can look at that. Shout it out big and loud at home. It's a letter F. I think you all said F, right? So there's our letter F, and our letter F is even what color? Just like our frog, it's green, right? So if you haven't figured it out by now, the song we're going to sing is 5 Green and Speckled Frogs. All right, so at home you guys can join in with me. I think, like I said, I think a lot of you guys know this one. 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were, how many? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 left. 4 green and speckled frogs. All right, so again, if you don't know that song, we're just going to do it again, and we're going to count our way down. So here we go. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were, count them up, kiddos. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 green speckled frogs. All right. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were, what do we have? 1, 2. 2 green and speckled frogs. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there's just, what's left? I see 1 green and speckled frog. 1 green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. He jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are none. There are no green and speckled frogs. So when we say none, that means there's nothing left. The number we call that is 0, just a big fat 0. No more frogs. All right, well that was a delicious one about eating, right? And our next rhyme that we like to do is actually something maybe a little more delicious than some delicious bugs. We're gonna make a pancake. So guys, get out your big old bowl, get out your mixing spoon. Are you ready? We're gonna make some pancakes. Let's mix it up in the bowl. Mix a pancake, stir a pancake, pop it in the pan. Fry a pancake, toss a pancake, flip it up in the air, and catch it if you can. So just like you're holding your fry pan, you're gonna give it a little wiggle and toss that pancake right up in the air. Let's do that one again real quick. Mix a pancake, stir a pancake, pop it in the pan. Fry a pancake, toss your pancake, catch it if you can. I would so much rather eat that pancake than those delicious bugs. All right, and our last round that we like to end story time with, it's kind of like saying goodbye, good night. We're gonna take our little boy. Of course, at home you can always do this with a little girl. You can even put your own kid's name in there, which is a fun way to personalize it. It's hard to do with a group, but it's great to do at home. So let's take our little boy. Here's our little boy, and here's his bed, and here's his pillow where he lays down his head. Here are his covers, let's pull them up tight. Doesn't he look so cozy in there? And we'll sing him a lullaby and kiss him. Good night. Let's do that one again. Here's the little boy, and here is his bed, and here's his pillow where he lays down his head. Here are his covers, let's pull them up tight and sing him a lullaby and kiss him. Good night. And that's the conclusion of story time. Grown-ups, don't forget to check out those other links on this page for other storybooks online, other early learning programs. And also, just don't forget while you're kicking around at home and kind of stuck inside for a little while, hopefully we do get some nice weather and you can get outside a little bit. But don't underestimate the play in your child's day. Play is, it's been said 100 times, but it really is how your children learn. Scribbling shapes, putting puzzles together, for preschoolers, if you're counting as you go, narrating your day, putting in that vocabulary, that storytelling, the first, middle, last. Those are all really, really good ways, good activities that go a long way in building up their early literacy. So I hope you all get some good play time in. I hope you spend some time with books, and I really hope I'll see you guys here again soon. Bye!